Hello, hello. So I had a bit of a weird morning today. As mentioned yesterday, I'm doing an event tomorrow. It's a market. Um, and I'm gonna be slinging my books, except that so I ordered my books like a month ago, which should have been plenty of fucking time. And then they didn't ship and they didn't ship and they didn't ship and they didn't ship and they didn't ship, and I was getting nervous. And then last Friday they were like, okay, we've shipped. And so I was like, yay, that should be plenty of time. But then I clicked on the tracking number on Monday and it was like, all right, they'll be there on Friday. And I'm like, my event is Saturday. And in case you're not keeping track, today is Friday. So yesterday, one of the boxes arrived unexpectedly early. So I was like, yay. But it was the smaller of the two boxes that were supposed to arrive. And so it was not very many books. And but at the time I was like, oh, that's fine, they'll get here tomorrow. Except that I woke up this morning and there's an email that says, your shipment has been delayed until Monday. It didn't have that like weird accent. I just made that up. It was an email, so it was just typed out. But so that's not good. So I like clicked on the thing and I was like, why? Can I just come pick it up? And it said that it left Portland at 4 a.m. this morning, and then it is delayed because of a railroad, or no, it arrived in Portland at 4 a.m., but it's delayed because of a railroad issue. And I was like, okay, so is it still in Portland? Or has it left and then the railroad issue happened? So I called, and they're on a train somewhere between here and Portland. And so I cannot go and pick them up because they were on a train. So I have like 15 books for this event, and it's going to be like a pretty big event. Like, I'm pretty confident that there are going to be a lot of people there. And I have enough books to make like $200 tops, which is more than I would make just sitting here at home, but it's also way less than I was hoping to make. So I was like, also, too, if I run out of books, like I can't leave the market. Like you can't do that. You can't just like pack up and leave. Like that's not really okay, because then there's just like this empty space, and also it's just rude. And so I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna like take orders, but nobody's gonna do that, like nobody's gonna be like walking around the market and be like, oh, books, you don't have any? Certainly, I will take some at a nebulous date in the future. They also talk like the UPS email. But then I was like, okay, so what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I had an idea. I'm going to do it. It's going to be awesome. So I am going to make up stories for people on the fly. They're going to pay me $10 and give me like a prompt or a character name or a situation or whatever. And I'm going to write them like 100 words or less on pretty paper. I went out and bought pretty paper. Where did my pretty paper go? I bought this like watercolor pad. It's got this like lovely heavy paper that just comes out really easily. So I'm gonna write stories on those. And then I was like, yeah, I've got this like quill pen that I can like dip in the inkwell, and there's like, I've got a little like, because it's like a whole calligraphy set, I've got this like wax seal situation. And then I realized I think that whole set is not here. Like, I think I left it at my friend Sarah's house in St. Louis. So I can't use that unless it's with my con stuff, which is at my friend Rose's house. But they're the one who I'm sharing a booth with at the event tomorrow. So if it's in my con suitcase, my convention suitcase, then I will have it. If not, that's okay. I still have a pretty pen, the one I use to sign things. It's one of those fancy like drawing pens, and it's purple, which, all of my stuff is like branded purple. And I made this little sign. It says, let me write you a story. So it's going to be okay, because I have a thing that I can do. And I even emailed the like market people, and I was like, can I do this? And they were like, yeah, you can do that. So that's the thing that I'm going to do. And I'll let you know how it goes. but I think it's going to be okay. And hopefully I will make enough money to pay for this art that I need to pay for my book, The Bloody Unicorn and Other Delightfully Dark Drinks, which I am going to be taking pre-orders for that because I feel like that's something, because it's not out yet, it's not like, oh, these books I don't have. It's this book that's coming out soon, and it's for like this like special edition situation, because it's like I'm going to do this hardcover with like a ribbon bookmark and like all sorts of fancy stuff, and that's going to be like a special edition that will not be distributed to like Amazon and bookstores and stuff, because you can't get that quality book through the company who does the distribution. So like I'll do a paperback through Ingram Spark, which is the company that does the distribution, but I'm going to do a hardcover through like either Book Vault or Mixum, or these are some just like print on demand companies where you can order books just to be shipped to you. Like they just print them and they charge you for the printing, and then you have to sell them yourself. And so you can do a lot more with those services, but you can't like, bookstores can't order from them. So it's kind of silly because I really want to do this like beautiful book. But anyway, so I'm gonna do pre-orders for that because it's a special thing. And I even got this like other sign. It says, "Ask me about the bloody unicorn." And the cool thing too about this one is like, so I'm gonna be at this market and the woman who illustrated the book is going to be at the market. And in fact, I met her at the very first Market for the Strange. We were like right across from each other, and we like, talked back and forth throughout the day, and then we kept in touch. And she's really talented. Summer Fott. She lives in Portland, and she does these like crazy weird drawings that are just fantastic. I feel like maybe I can show them to you. I don't know if I can do that. So let me see if I can share my screen. Well, first let me find the illustrations, because there's no point in sharing the screen if then you have to like watch me try to find them. So I actually just organized my hard drive, so it shouldn't be a problem to find them. And in fact, here we are at the, oh no, but I don't have the art in here. That's silly. I have all kinds of other stuff to do with this. But, well, no, actually, that does make sense, because she hasn't sent me the final files because I haven't paid for them yet. Well, that's not true. I paid for the first 3. I think I just haven't downloaded them. I think she sent them to me via, like, email or Instagram or something, and I just didn't put them on my computer. Surely I have them. Well, yeah, of course I have them, because I've posted them on BackerKit, which is where I did the thing. Well, that's where I can show them to you. They're on BackerKit. So I crowdfunded this book last year so that I would have money for art. And I did, just so we're clear, I did put a significant amount of that money toward the art. It's just the final payment needs to be made, and that's what I'm doing for this market. So let me just find it. Here it is, The Bloody Unicorn and Other Delightfully Dark Drinks. And here we go. Okay, this one's my favorite, the machete. All right. I'm going to show it to you if I can. Present. Let's see. Share screen. Ah. Here it is. Yeah, that's the machete by Summer Fott. And also The Kraken Awaketh. So those are the 2 that she has completely finished. And then there's 3 more that she hasn't sent me yet. She's sent me the like I've seen them, but she hasn't sent me like the final files. So, but those are the illustrations. And then there's also going to be photos of the drinks, which, ooh, I can show you those too. Am I still showing the screen? No, because I closed the screen, so obviously how would it be showing? That's silly. Okay, I can show you some of the photos that I've taken. They're unedited as of yet, and I haven't even really decided which ones I'm using, but me and my friend Melissa took some photos. Melissa's the one who was on the stream yesterday, so if you watched the replay of yesterday's stream, she was in there on the chat because she's delightful. She's helped me with a lot of stuff for my author business because she's awesome. I did these videos that she filmed for me with her phone a while back that were like locations from my Matilda Holiday series. I should put those on YouTube. They're on TikTok right now. So if you follow me on TikTok and you haven't seen them, you should go check those out. And if not, just wait until I get my shit together and then I will post them on YouTube. All right, I found some photos. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. Present, share screen. Share screen, photo, share. Yeah, look at that. So that's the bitter cup, which is one of the drinks. So the premise of this book is 15 cocktail recipes, 15 short stories, and the each of them, corresponds. So there's a story called The Bitter Cup, and a drink called The Bitter Cup, and a story called The Bloody Unicorn, and a drink called The Bloody Unicorn, and a story called The Eye Gouger, and a drink called The Eye Gouger, etc. So this is The Bitter Cup. You can see I took a few of them. Oh, I think I'm probably going to use that one. Although the first one was really good too. Ooh, that one's good. Need to figure these out. You're helping. This one I'm going to retake. I don't like how this one turned out. Plus, this is like the axe murderer, and it's like, what does that have to do with poison and spiders? Basically, Melissa just like brought over all of her Halloween decorations, and we used those to take the pictures. But yeah, I'm gonna retake that one because it's dumb. This one I really like. I don't remember which one this is, but yeah, I think these ones turned out kind of cool. And then this one, I think I'm probably going to retake these. There's a bunch that I haven't even done yet. See, this one, I feel like the spiders work better for this one. But I'm not sure which picture I'm going to use. And of course, they'll be better too, like once I edit them. I feel like this. Oh, this is the axe murderer. What was the other one then? I don't know. I have them all written down. Yeah, this is definitely the axe murderer because it's got the maple syrup, and then like I feel like this fits the axe murderer thing because it's like these roses and like they're covered in blood, right? Ooh, that's a good one. I think this was the first one I took, so that's probably all we have. So yeah, that's the Bloody Unicorn and Other Delightfully Dark Drinks, and it's going to be really good. I'm excited about that book, and it's been written for like 5 years. It was actually going to be the first book I ever published, but that didn't happen, and I'm kind of glad it didn't because at the time that I was originally going to publish it, print-on-demand technology, like doing color was not good, and so that's actually why I was like, oh, I'm gonna have the stories illustrated instead, and I was going to do black and white illustrations because I was like, oh, it'll fit like the kind of darkness, like because they're like kind of dark fantasy, flash fiction, short stories, etc. So I was like, we'll just do that instead of like drink photos. But then now the technology has progressed, and so I was like, now I can do both, and also the illustrations, I can have these pops of color. So that's one thing that the pandemic did that was okay, was it made me push off um, publishing this book because I was having trouble finding an illustrator. So, well, I had an illustrator, but then the pandemic happened and she just was not creatively in a place where she could illustrate. So, it's reasonable. So yeah, that's tomorrow. I'm gonna take pre-orders for the Bloody Unicorn. I'm going to write on the fly short stories or flash fiction, and hopefully sell the few books that I have to sell. All right, and maybe I'll take some orders of other books. Maybe it's also possible that some people will be there who have bought books from me in the past and will order other books later in the series books that didn't come yet. So I might be able to take those orders. That would be good, but we'll see. All right, I will check in with you again tomorrow, probably from the event, at least once, maybe at the beginning and then the end, to tell you how it went, or maybe I'll just tell you on Sunday how it went. We'll see. Oh, I'm gonna go in costume too.